Now, West Ham have suspended a chief scout while they investigate claims he enforced a club policy, transfer policy against signing African players. Now, according to reports in the Daily Mail, the Hammers director of player recruitment, Tony Henry, told agents they have a bad attitude and cause mayhem. West Ham released a statement this morning confirming the suspension. Here's what a spokesperson's told us. West Ham United will not tolerate any type of discrimination and has therefore acted swiftly due to the serious nature of these claims. The West Ham United family is an inclusive one, regardless of gender, age, ability, race, religion or sexual orientation. Everybody feels welcome and included. Well, for reflection on this, I'm joined by Shezal Laing. She's the founder of Slavery Remembrance, a London-based group which aims to challenge negative views of Africa, among many other things. Shezal, thanks for coming in this evening. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
First and foremost, what are your thoughts on the comments that Mr. Henry is alleged to have made?
I think I would like to say they're shocking, but unfortunately they're not. Even in 2017, there are many people that hold subconscious racist, biased racist views about people of darker skin or indeed from Africa. So it's disappointing to see that even in football that it still exists, but we're all aware that we have things like Kick It Out campaign to get rid of racism in football, but it's disappointing. Incredibly disappointing, yeah.
What do you make of the way that West Ham is handling this? They've suspended him straight away.
I think that's amazing. I think that's absolutely the right steps to take. I think it's fantastic that West Ham have suspended Tony. There isn't any room for racism anywhere, in any workplace, and most of all perhaps football, where it's a visual representation of what young boys can grow up to want to achieve. So I think it's amazing that West Ham have immediately acted and kicked him out.
So you welcome the response from the football club, who have a really strong history of signing African players in the past. That said, what are the wider implications of comments, if they were made at this stage? They are just alleged, but the wider implications of comments like this for people of African descent in London?
That we have a huge battle to face in London and indeed globally with regards to racism, and the biggest fight we have is against subconscious racism. So they're racial biases that people hold and don't realise they're holding them. So this has huge implications on everyday life for most Londoners, with regards to the workplace and employment, with regards to schools and educations, with regards to mental health, with regards to policing. So if things like this aren't challenged as soon as they arise, it allows such things to become further and further entrenched within the system. And this is it's a huge issue that we have to face and have to fight, and it's a very difficult battle indeed.
The Football Association has said they are also now investigating this. What action would you like to see as a result of what we're hearing being reported today?
I think there's a much deeper problem with racism in football, which is a historic issue, and it's a shame that in 2017 we still haven't come close to tackling it. Perhaps if they looked at employing more black people in management positions, people of black descent or African descent in management positions, we wouldn't see issues such as this. But if the top league managers and coaches aren't from the culture or indeed the race in which they're wishing to tackle racism from, then there's an issue there itself. So I don't believe they're going deep enough to tackle racism. So they need to start looking at their management positions to really deal with racism. It starts from the top and then goes down.
Is that really where the heart of this problem is? Is it representation, not just on the pitch, but in the football offices too?
Absolutely. That's where the heart of the problem is across the board when it comes to tackling racism. What you'll have is people right at the top who don't represent the teams or don't represent the company staff employees or don't represent whichever organisation they're for, trying to tackle something that they don't truly understand, and yet they don't reflect on the fact that their board isn't representative of the organisation that they're trying to represent. So absolutely it starts right at the top, and if you don't challenge it there, it will continue. It's 2017 and we shouldn't expect to be seeing
2018.
Sorry, it is 2018.
Even further along.
Yeah, so it's 2018, so we absolutely shouldn't still be seeing this in 2018. But if you don't change the boards, if you don't change the managers, if they're not representative of the people they're reflecting, then we're going to see this time and time again.